know that it's handled. So baby girl, just remember, respect is a minimum. You are a goddess, and you deserve nothing less than the best.
And so when we talk about advancing the culture, I'm mindful of how we all look as people. And that's why I apologize for using the F word, but that's also why I'm very, very steadfast in making sure that our guests carry themselves in the right way at this restaurant.
But it does then sound like your issue is with twerking. And it's not that it somehow doesn't paint a proper picture the way you see it. And that doesn't seem to distinguish nightclubs versus your restaurant. It sounds like you don't think twerking is the proper way of presenting the culture. I mean, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, the word you used was classy.
I'm not saying it's not the proper way to present the culture when you're dancing and having a good time at a club, but I am saying it's an improper way to present our culture in my restaurant.
But you all want to convince me that we are ready for some kind of revolution or some kind of war. And the man can't even hold black women accountable. Think about it. You know you're not supposed to be twerking in the restaurant. And instead of just saying, my bad, my fault, I was wrong, you all are talking about the way he delivered the message. No, you're wrong. You know you're not supposed to be doing it. But what you all don't realize is that they cater to your lower self. Everything they do to us is lower vibrational. These white liberals convince us that we don't have to have any character. These white liberals tell us that you can act a fool because you are black. This is what they tell you. How do I know this? Because anytime you try to hold somebody black accountable, it's white liberals saying you can't do it. It's black people listening to white liberals saying you can't do it.
I invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept so black people can have somewhere nice to go to, okay? Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a... Come on! Stop the music, please. Somewhere where our people can feel good about ourselves as a culture, okay? Yeah. No, real talk. And so all this twerking and shit, take it to Prime, take it to Pink, don't bring it here because we're a restaurant. And so beyond that, 75% of my customers are ladies. And I want men to show respect for themselves for how they carry themselves here. So how can I tell the men to respect themselves and you guys are twerking on glass here? If you want to do it, get the fuck out my restaurant. Because I did it for our people and I did it for our culture. So don't do it now. Don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out because I don't need your money. I need to provide something for my people. And don't do it again. Thank you.
Y'all are getting upset at the restaurant owner because he's promoting black excellence in his restaurant that he worked hard for, and y'all are upset? Y'all are mad because Nate Robinson got his head knocked off by somebody that actually trains the box, by somebody that he thought he could beat off of a couple of months of training, and we can't make fun of Nate Robinson? We are soft. We are emotional. You can't be righteous and emotional. You cannot be righteous and emotional. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Getting mad at this restaurant owner because he cursed? So what? You are not supposed to be twerking in his restaurant, and he knows you all wouldn't do that to them white establishments. He knows that. Black people know how to respect what's white. Anything with black in front of it is owned, controlled, and operated by white people. So that means black people. Black folks know how to act around white folks. That's why black people tear up their own community and don't tear up white communities. Y'all calling me sellout, and I'm telling you all to be great. Y'all call me sellout, and I tell you all to stop making excuses and be great. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Man, you're gonna have to leave, please. I have children here.
Don't forget it. And don't let them forget it either, because you are 100% that queen.
saying that this restaurant owner has literally killed his restaurant. I don't think so. Obviously, I'm a Black woman and I like nice things and I like to go to nice places. And this is actually a nice place. If you guys haven't visited True Kitchen, forget the viral video, you should go. Like, especially if you like Southern cuisine, nice alcohol, nice drinks, go to this restaurant. The ambiance is good. Don't know what ambiance means? Go Google it. Definitions there. It's a really nice place to go and hang out with your friends, take a couple cute photos, and just really enjoy the cuisine.
And y'all want to diminish everything that he worked hard for. He don't want that image. They're telling you all to sexualize yourselves.
You cuss them out. Don't sit here and make a speech about how you're supporting the culture when you're sitting here shaming women for dancing the dance of our culture. That is ridiculous. You want a safe space for people to be happy and have a good time, and most of your people are women. Why wouldn't you want to allow them to be free and dance? Especially if you're playing music that makes us want to do that. You know, in African culture, they move their hips in their butt. It's just the way that it is. In Latin culture, they're moving their hips in their butt. But for some reason, you're shaming these women for dancing to music that requires that kind of movement.
Jumping up in restaurants and letting your butt flap in front of strangers. They're telling you all that that's liberation. That's entertainment. That's fun for you to be a spectacle. But you do what you want to do. But we can't get mad at this man because he doesn't want you all twerking in his restaurant. I don't care how he spoke to anybody in the restaurant because it's his restaurant. If you don't like it, don't go to his restaurant.
We always complain about our Black men not protecting us. Okay? We always complain about guys treating us a certain way, looking at us a certain way, even though we're respectable young women. And I'm not saying that those ladies aren't respectable, but we can't keep disguising and keep clapping and applauding poor etiquette and calling it Black culture, because that's not my culture. Poor etiquette is not my culture. That's not my culture. That's not my standard. It's not what I stand for. So I applaud this man for wanting to have nice things, wanting to have a nice restaurant, and wanting people to actually respect what he's trying to do within our community.
For a free blast, get money. Go.